Coming to you live from somewhere around the world.
He is the greatest streamer we have ever seen in our generation.
It's the one, the only.
Live from the heart of Mexico.
The man who's a bit silly, and the man who will make the next minutes of your life beautiful.
It's your boy. It's your boy Amreezy, one of the greatest intros on YouTube.
It's your boy.
It's your boy.
It's your boy.
It's your boy. It's your boy.
It's your boy.
It's your boy.
It's your boy, Amreezy, and I'm back with another Planet MFL video where we leave planet Earth. We are sick of it. There's wars, there's all sorts of horrible stuff going on. We escape from all of that to the metaverse for MFL. And today, I hope this is working. I hope I can hear Sid's audio because we've not tested it. Is Sid? Sid, can we hear you? Sid, that better be a joke.
That was a joke. Can you hear me okay?
It always gets me. It always gives me a panic attack. And yes, I can hear you. Welcome, Sid. How are you?
I'm doing well, mate. How are you doing today?
I'm not bad. Same old, same old. I've been doing some gardening this morning, Sid. The weeds in the grass are just out of control. I left it for 1 month. And it's overgrown. It's not
I've
good.
been in the same scenario for, I don't know, the last few months, right before the winter started up. But again, that is much better than headed out in the frozen rain and it's sub-zero for 4 weeks running. Just
No
shows up
way.
mid 40s, once in 15 days or so, drops right back down. So I would rather be doing gardening than dealing with this shitty weather.
Yeah, no, it's always nice for me to speak to people from the northern states in the US or the UK, just to make me feel better. Because, you know, whenever I'm having a bad day, I can just ask them, how's the weather? And then I feel better. It's
Yeah,
great.
it's been crazy. I mean, this this winter, I think, is the first time that I remember in a long time where we've had two blizzards within a 3 week span. And
yeah.
unfortunately for me, I had to travel during the recent one, so I had to head out a couple of days in advance, stay in places where I've never stayed before. It's been a challenge for sure. A lot of snow. Again, I mean, in my 16, 17 years of being here, this is by far the worst winter that I've gone through.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, even the one of the storms in the US even got Mexico. It wasn't obviously as bad with the snow, but it was part of the wind affected it rained a lot here and it was colder than usual, so something's going on.
Yeah, I mean, there's no pattern to it anymore, no trend. It's just all over the place, with the season 12 engine, one could say.
What a transition. You are a pro, Sid. You're a pro.
Getting there slowly.
Thank you to Hoodwink, who was in the chat ages ago. Hoodwink was in the chat about an hour ago. Suter, welcome. SR Monkey, yo, because he understands we're two cool guys, Sid, and that's the kind of language that we appreciate. Hoodwink's comment there. Bob Flynn's in the chat. Sid's rival. Sid, don't give any intel away this episode, okay? Sid, just let's be careful.
No, I think Bob has more intel on my team than what I have on my team right now. That's how it's going in diamond.
SLD, I assume this is a comment against you, Sid. I think he has a problem with you wearing a hoodie or something. Come on, SLD. Be nice to Sid. I don't know who else you could mean. Will we get It's Your Boy from Sid today to add to the intro? Sid, would you like a It's Your Boy adding to the intro, or are you okay as it is?
Absolutely. Could give it a try.
Right.
If
Let's
you
start
feel
off with that then.
satisfied enough, I'm pretty sure it's not going to get to your level, but let's give it a go.
Let's go. So basically, you don't need to say the Amreezy part. You just need to go, it's your boy, and then that's it. And then I'll put it in with everybody else.
All righty. Are we good for the take?
Okay. Yeah, I'll be quiet now.
It's your boy.
That was brilliant. Perfect. Right.
Got
Thanks for that's it. See, that's all I wanted. Thank you. Everyone, I'll be back tomorrow. That's the episode done. Kev's here. Speaking of Diamond Legends, Kev is here. Have you given Kev the same team as last season, or has he got a little bit of a better squad?
I I mean, he's definitely got better wingers than last season. He's got two ultimate wingers. Last season, I believe he had a 96 who is on the verge of retirement, so he couldn't use him throughout. And the other winger was a 93 rated. Right now, I think he has a 95 and 96 rated wingers.
Whoa.
But unfortunate for him and for us, the wingers aren't as effective as they were in season 11. So that is
Yeah.
something that we're trying to navigate through. But I mean, overall, squad wise, I think it is slightly better. And you can see with the results. And I think the pressure is off Kev now. I mean, first season in Diamond, there's always this little like hidden anxiety element
Yeah.
where you want to like try to get points out of every game. Right now, I think he's in a groove of his own, and he's doing really well.
It would be classic terrible bad luck for Kev if he finally gets like a great wingers, and then the season when the wingers aren't effective. This guy.
Yeah, I mean, he is. He was
Wow.
one of the like big buys in the off season after season 11 concluded, and a little bit of history with him. I mean, Bob had him, or Bob bought him about 3-4 seasons back. He was traded to Max as part of the right back deal that Bob got in. He was an ultimate right back, and I think Godard was 92 or 93 rated back then. And he started shooting right up once Max got him. I mean, Max has got tremendous luck when it comes to progression. I don't know what his agency or what his academy is cooking, but yeah, he's gotten a really good progression, and I traded him for a good 770,000 MFL, which is good.
Nice.
No cash involved. It was straight off just 770 MFL worth of packs. The one minor bad luck with that, though, is there were two Lego packs involved as part of the 770K, and Max ended up packing two monstrous Legos.
Was this
So,
did Jimbo have this in Splash of the Week recently?
yes, it was a couple of weeks back. It was
Yes,
part of
yes, yes, yes. And
yes.
he packed a winger as well, right? He like packed he
It was
replaced the play.
it was
So,
a younger version of Godard.
yeah.
It was a 92 rated French winger, and he packed a 92 rated CDM as well. So I mean, it was a win-win. I mean, there is no real supplier availability of 96 rated wingers, right? Only the top teams have
Yeah.
very few wingers available. So yeah, I mean, had to make the trade happen, and yeah, one part of it was we wanted to strengthen LFE, so Kev can have a realistic pop at the mid table or even higher, hopefully higher. Uh, but again, I mean, it's a tricky scenario. You're trying to trade off. The good thing is uh, people are open with trading MFL and packs. And the flip part of it is you got to accept the fact that those packs might contain some future superstars.
So this won't change your trading approach. You'll still keep doing trades like that in the future. And
Yeah, at least for the next, I would say 2 to 3 seasons minimum.
yeah.
I've been just burnt way too many times with FIFA packs, and I've kind of grown allergic to packs since then. Uh, and this approach is kind of working in strengthening the agency overall in the required positions. Where do I need upgrades? Where is my agency aging, and where can I refresh that part of the agency specifically, as opposed to chancing on the packs. But yeah, I mean, maybe 2, 3 seasons down the line, once things kind of stabilize, maybe start having fun with packs.
Nice, nice. So how has the season started for you? Generally, good, bad, medium.
Well, if I take Diamond apart and put that separately, the season has been phenomenal. Uh,
Mhm.
I've lost 0 games with the rest of the teams. Hamas could probably pop in anytime and say, "Hey, all the squads are overpowered." I don't care, Hamas. But yeah, I mean, all the teams are they have 100%
Oh, nice.
win record. So top of the table, and I think the cup games went quite well up until today. I think one of the teams lost 1 game, but regardless of that, it's going really well. With Diamond, it's been kind of a mixed bag. I was expecting to start a little more stronger, but again, I mean, the 2 losses came against Bob and Sturge. They have phenomenal teams. Got to take it on the chin and move ahead, I guess. But yeah, I mean, no complaints, no complaints so far. Hopefully, can consolidate with what's left and keep pushing.
One question about the player that you recently got and now Kev has. Why did you get him if you were planning on giving him away? Or did you get him for the long term, like you want to play him in future seasons?
Yeah, it was part of future planning as well. So I have 2 ultimate wingers in my Galactico squad right now. So one is Fortunato, the other one is Saeed. So both of them got hit with the most dreaded mark that you don't want to see on MFL, which is the
Yeah.
retirement sign. So both of them are going to be retiring at the same time in 3 seasons' time. So that's my left winger and right winger right now. So part of the reason was Godard can slot in, and he can play both wings as well.
Oh,
So hopefully
nice.
I can use these guys for 3 seasons, and season 14 or end of season 14 is when they will retire. So the utility in season 14 might not be much, but Godard can certainly help relieve some of the pain. And yeah, that's basically it. And hopefully LFE is able to use him for both season 12 and season 13, grind results, get more MFL, and we plug it right back into the game and get more reinforcements.
Yeah. No, it's good planning ahead. Um with the winger that you got, who you gave to Kev, I'm always curious how you do business, Sid. You are the person who, whenever I'm looking at the market, I always think, what would Sid do? Come on, Amreezy, be sensible. What would Sid do here? Um, was it age that you looked for, or was it the versatility of being able to play on both wings? What was like more important?
Uh, it was a bit of both. So my only option for the right wing is a 94 rated right winger. Then there is a huge drop off. I think the next one is like an 88 or an 89. So I
Mm,
definitely wanted someone who can play right wing.
yeah,
I do have a couple of left wingers. I think one is 93, the other one is, I believe, a 91. So the idea was, if one of them start progressing up, uh, hit a 94, 95, hopefully an ultimate at that point, so Godard could slot in to the other slot, be it a left wing or a right wing. So him being flexible definitely helped, and he is by far the best young winger out there, best young ultimate winger. The next
yeah,
one is like a 30, 31-year old, and those guys are with the likes of Dio or Scrub. So making a deal happen is really challenging, because
mhm,
again, they would want to use those guys in their own teams. So it's not really easy to purchase a winger off those guys. So Max had this winger, so it was kind of a no-brainer move.
yeah,
Once Max was open to trading packs as well. Again, that is
nice.
one major element which kind of pushed me into the deal. We were talking for, I would say, at least 5 to 7 days before
Oh,
uh,
wow.
got it pushed across the finish line. But yeah, glad again. I mean, it worked out great for him as well. Got 2 great players, and I got one as part of my long-term planning. 1 cent bargains, absolutely.
Welcome, Ricky Hyde, with your cheeky comment. Welcome, welcome. um, oh, I had a great question. Okay, I've got a really great question, but I'm saving that one just for a little bit. That's going to be an Amreezy special. I'm going to ask every guest now. Oh, it's such a good question, Sid. But before that, I just want to check. Do you keep an eye on the other teams around you, who they're bringing in, and could you be able to say, okay, I know Ronin is this much stronger now, or do you keep an eye on like who everyone's buying and trading, or do you just focus on your team only and do the best you can?
With Diamond 100%, with the top squads and Diamond, I always keep an eye out to what's the kind of deal that they're doing and whatnot. And Ronin is very specific to what he's purchasing for his team, primarily because he runs the one setup. It's 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. He's deflected a bit out of that this season. It's a 4-3-1-2, similar, just the CDM CM difference, but is very specific. He wants fast paced fullbacks, again, preferably ultimate. And there were like two options in the market, right? One is Ben. I think he's by far the best right back in the game. And he got hit with the retirement sign. I was trying to get him on a loan deal or part swap deal with Hertha. Unfortunately, that didn't go through. But Ronin was trying to get the same player. He did end up getting him. So yeah, I mean, the there the pickings are very slim at this level. So if you're going for a center midfielder, for instance, there's only like two players available out of the diamond pool. Uh, so those two players are targeted by 3-4 teams. And yeah, Ronan's definitely stole a march on a couple of really good young center mids under right back as well. So yeah, always keep an eye out. And again, gives an idea on the supply demand of what people in Diamond are ready to pay for such a player. That way, you're not completely out of scope when it comes to what you're ready to trade away for a top player.
Yeah, that makes sense. So do you see players in the market and you kind of think he's gonna go? I know where he's going, and do you sort of know, okay, Ronin's gonna take up that guy, or he'd be great for his team. I bet he makes an offer soon. And do you often see that?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, some of these players don't even hit the market, though. That's the thing. I mean, that's part of the challenge as well. Some of these players, especially if someone's progressing from, let's say, an 89 to a 94, people don't even list them up. Maybe they're not interested in selling them, but people do reach out to them to see if they can make a deal happen. Again, a similar example with, I believe Duff had this center back. Ronan has him right now as well. A 96 center back. I think he's by far, again, the best young center back in the game. When I say young, it's about 27, 28 years or younger. And there's very few ultimates in that category. And I don't think there's any center backs in that category. So he's by far the best. Again, I was trying to see if there's any way to work out a deal, but Ronan had already reached out to Duff, and there were like, I believe, 6 or 7 legendary players involved as part of the swap going the other way around. And the value of it, again, if you look at just the floor price of those ratings and the positions, it would probably add up to like $2,000 or more. But Ronan was like, no, I just need him. Take 6, 7 players, whoever you want within this range from my agency. And again, a win-win. I mean, Ronan wanted a center back because his main center back is retiring. So he gets his primary target, and Duff gets nearly a full 11 to replenish his push into plat and hopefully diamond in the future.
These diamond transfers are like these big like Real Madrid transfers where when you hear the story, you're like, it's been in the talks for a while. There's rumors it's gonna happen, and then it's just about the final confirmation. The latest Galactical.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I just hope that I don't end up with, again, not picking on Arsenal fans, but I don't end up like Wenger, where 10 years later I'm gonna come on an interview and say, I nearly got that player.
Yeah.
Beckman nearly played for Galacticos in season 9. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
hopefully that's not the case, but yeah, but all in all, it's really good though. That's part of the challenge with playing in Diamond. I mean, keeping an eye on the market throughout. Uh, Again, you'll get like one or two options pop up here or there, and some of those guys are not responsive as well. I was trying to get this center mid who's currently 94 rated. The guy barely responds. I mean, never responds, not even barely.
Mm-hmm.
He never responds. I think he has an iron club or a stone club. So this one player is the only like high rated player. So I was again trying to reach out to him. No luck whatsoever. He's on loan with MFC Roma right now. But again, I would love to have such a young central mid in the agency, but couldn't make it work.
He must have some agreement with MFC Roma in the background. Like, don't, I'll give you him. Don't worry, don't worry. Oh, Sid's messaging me again. I'll ignore him. I'll ignore him. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's. I think. I mean, I did reach out to uh, Fraj as well, and he mentioned. I mean, it was just in-game communication. So he sent a loan offer, and it got accepted. So there was no real like direct communication with the agency as well. Yeah, I mean, some of those players are like that, and there were like a couple of other users uh, who had like 91, 92 rated players, and they weren't even contracted for quite a few seasons. So if you end up getting them, getting lucky, either trading them in or even getting them on loan, they probably are going to hit high progression because they haven't had any XP over the last 5, 6 seasons or more. So it's it's a gamble worth taking. Definitely try reaching out to them. If you get lucky, you get lucky. If not, I mean, just move on to the next target and more.
Makes sense. I mean, if I had a player that good in my agency as a sort of stone club, I would be checking all of the socials all the time. Like any linked account I have on my MFL profile, I would be just expecting offers, expecting negotiations. So it's crazy that he hasn't got back to you, and he could have used you as
Yeah,
leverage to get a better deal with MSC Rome. He could have said,
yeah,
"Listen,
yeah,
Sid's
absolutely.
interested. You need to pay a bit more percentage."
Absolutely. And again, I mean, though that's the way it goes as well, right? I mean, if you have even 2 or 3 teams interested in a specific player, then you can easily like shoot up the price or the loan percentage, be it a sale offer or just a 1 season loan. Uh, but yeah, I mean, not everyone is active on Discord or on socials, I guess. So again, he's at least playing the game, so it's not a dead
Yeah.
agency overall. So should be happy with that.
Welcome to the latest edition. Slippery Fish, good morning. AJ, hey. Dan LFC, morning, evening. A question from AJ, and if anyone else has questions for Sid, jump, put them in the comments. What do you think about Ron Nick Gurr? Who's that?
Who's Ron Nick?
We don't. AJ, this better not be a trap. This might be a. This might
Ron
not be sort of a heavy political issue. Okay, I guess that's what you think. I'm looking him up too.
Founder and CEO of House Buyers of America. Is that the one you're referring to? I
This
have
has
no
to
idea
be.
who Ron Nick.
Okay. We think he's great, AJ. We think he's a top guy. Apart from all that controversial stuff he said, we don't agree with that, but you know.
Oh, okay. I was for a minute I was thinking if that was Ronan's real name, and
Oh, that
AJ
would be
managed to
great.
track down Ronan's real
I want to
name.
see a documentary about tracking down him one day, like everyone sort of using their resources, checking IP addresses, sending CIA over. But we've got to find him.
I mean, it is AI, so it's definitely going to be smarter than you. So it's going to be a difficult job. But I mean, on a side note, I was actually in Nashville last weekend, on early part of this week as well. So I was joking with the folks on the Discord, saying, "Hey, I'll try tracking Ronan down. He's based out of Nashville, but no luck."
Also, maybe he's moved because as soon as you track him down, as soon as you're in Nashville, as soon as you work him out, you'll find the house and they'll be like, "Oh, he hasn't lived here for 2 years. He moved." And
Yeah,
you'll be like,
you see like stacks of 50 mail posts and
"Yeah,
whatnot just sitting in the front mailbox. Yeah, it would be nice to hear from him. Definitely, I mean, he's definitely built an amazing legacy. It's
yeah,
not easy to win season in season out like this in Diamond. uh yeah, hopefully soon, I know
hopefully,
Kev is one who's like every time Ronin asks him something, the first question Kev asks back is, "Hey, when are you hopping on Ramble?
yeah."
If you get on Ramble, then I'll help you with this." So
he's a he's a hustler, Kev. You gotta admire that spirit. Um, Other thing is, I've seen a lot of people complaining about the engine. Do you have any sort of takes on the engine? Are you for it, against it?
Um, I mean, the only feedback I have is it seems to have switched to another singular meta right now. Uh, so in season 10, we had the cutback meta, right?
Hmm.
So dribble to the touch line, cut it back, score. Last season was all about playing narrow, attacking narrow. Wide attacks didn't work whatsoever,
Yeah,
and right now it's just crosses, either the long crosses or even indirect free kicks. So again, we haven't worked out the data yet. Hopefully uh, our own AI Hamas can provide with some information pretty soon, but there's a high percentage of goals that's just going in
yeah,
with these crosses. Uh, the lobbed goals that I saw in preseason, I don't see that a lot in the actual league phase thus far either. So yeah, if there was like any complaint or feedback, I would say if we can mix it up somehow, if 25% can be cutbacks, 25% crosses, 25% goals through playing narrow, basically a mix of all the engines from season 9 up until now, then you have like a perfect, like happy medium where everyone can play their own style and still make it work.
hmm,
That's the only thing. The one positive though is uh, when I was running friendlies early on, right after the season ended, uh, kind of managed to crack it like really early doors, like into day 2 or day
oh,
3 of
nice.
testing. So since then, everything has stayed kind of constant, and yeah, it's still working really well. I don't know when that like mid-season switch is going to happen. Hopefully, it doesn't. But yeah, I mean that's a positive. But yeah, I mean we do want cutback goals. We do want playing narrow through balls and whatnot. So it has to be a mix of everything. It cannot be 85% of one type of goal and just the 15% comes from the other variances. So
Mm.
that's that's my only ask of MFL.
Yeah, no, I've got a lot of it's like David Beckham's all over the pitch for me right now, just spraying these 60-yard balls across the pitch, and so some of them are in my like Spark division, and like it's like they don't even have good passing stats, but the crossing is working really well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, every game I go into, my fullbacks come out with either like few assists or like really high ratings. Yeah, like you said, the switches are happening like way too frequently, and yeah, the crosses which end up in goals. One good thing again though is it's not dependent on the type of striker. If that was the case, then yeah, we would have heard a lot of complaints from the community, right? I mean, if it was the cross is going into only a 6'3" striker that works, the
Mm.
others doesn't work, then that would have cut down the options by a lot. And not everyone has a tall striker up front. So it's working with everyone. That's good, but it's just that one singular meta right now.
Mm. Kev says Ronin may go into full meltdown if I beat him tonight. Kev, when you beat him tonight, not if, when you beat him tonight, he'll go into meltdown. He's what, like eighth or ninth in the table? No, not having.
Ronan is right now, I believe he is eighth in the table. Yeah. I mean, he's tied on points with me as well. There are 5 teams and 7 points. So every team from 5th up until 9th are all on
Oh, wow.
7 points. And second spot is in 9 points. So yeah, the table is really tight. Again, it's still early, but I do feel Bob is kind of running away with it. Not trying to jinx him, but maybe yes. But yeah, I mean, everyone else from second up until like the 11th place is very really close.
Do you have a aim of where you're going to finish this year? Do you have a target?
I mean, this was the first season when if our preview had happened, I would have probably come out and said, "I want to win the title this season." Now
Yeah.
that we are 5 games in, I might be biased and might say it's just second spot. But yeah, I mean, this was one season I was really confident about because I had all the tools that I needed. I have 3 big loans from Sturge. So we kind of exchanged. He sent me his 3 players, and I loaned my 2 players into Joga. So every spot in my team is filled with like the right kind of profile and very good ratings all throughout. So I was just hoping for a bit better start. That didn't happen. But again, it's still early. I mean, 8 points to Bob is not going to be easy. But just trying to push from here on and see what's the best that could come out. Last season was I mean, I shouldn't say disappointing. It from an MFL perspective, it was by far the best season I've had. Uh, but finishing runner up in Titans and second in Diamond kind of hurt. I mean, had I won one of them, I would have been very happy. Uh, Came very close to Titans. It was a very close game. Ended 3-4 in favor of Big Will, but yeah, I mean, hopefully can have a bit of a better season than that, but need at least one silverware to better it. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, is the cup a focus, or is it a kind of a little chance to rest a few players, or you go as serious in the cup as you go the league?
Yeah, it's more the later. I mean, I do have the squad depth to be able to push on both fronts. The only part where I truly rotate is the goalkeeper rotation. Uh, and unfortunately, I mean, we do have a dead or a fodder team in Diamond this time around, Sao Paulo. So I might be able to. I play him today evening, so I might be able to sneak in the goalkeeper rest for that game. And apart from that, I can just go full steam, both in the league and in the cup as well. So in the games where I play wingers, I can rest my wide mids and vice versa. So yeah, whatever 11 I put out, it's going to be strong enough to compete on both fronts.
Nice. Um, I for in pre-season at the beginning, I started off at like 4-3-3 attack, and every season that's kind of been my like base formation. And then, I mean, the previous seasons I just played that. Last season I had a lot of success playing like 3 or 4 formations and rotating for the first time properly. And so this season I went into preseason a little bit open-minded. Like, okay, it worked last season having different tactics. And then 4-3-3 attack, I just couldn't get it to work in preseason. And I am seeing a lot of people saying that they're really struggling with that. But also, I'm playing against a lot of people, especially in the lower leagues, where they still have the 4-3-3 attack. And even if they seem like a much stronger team, they're not doing well. And I'm quite enjoying this little change because whatever, like, I'm also seeing people saying it can work 4-3-3 attack still, and I'm sure if you have the certain types of players, it can work. But I am quite enjoying a lot of people just putting out the same formation as they do every season, and this season it seems to be tripping up them more, and I like that.
Yeah, I think, I mean, 4-3-3 attack, I think, is by far the worst 4-3-3 variant in this engine.
Yeah.
Uh, Tested it a lot, couldn't get it to work at all. And we got to a point where we just said, never going to touch 4-3-3 attack up until someone else makes it work effectively. So not doing 4-3-3 attack up until at least like mid-season for now. The only camp formations that I found to be effective up until now is the 4-1-2-1-2 wide. Obviously, the wide mids are like the OP positions in this engine, and the second one being 4-3-1-2. So those are the only two camp formations which for me has worked okay. 4-2-3-1 haven't tried much, but 4-3-3 attack, whenever I even like try running a friendly, it just doesn't work.
No,
I don't know
don't
if
know why.
it's yeah, the wingers for some reason don't act as wingers. I don't know
Mhm.
why. I mean, the left mid and right mid. I was just commenting in a stream a couple of days back. The left mid, right mid seem to be wingers on steroids, and the wingers play like worse than fullbacks in this engine. So it's very difficult to make it work. And I think the lack of the defensive pivot in it makes you even more vulnerable. So you concede goals, and generating chances, unfortunately, isn't as much as what you're conceding against effective formations using the 4-3-3 attack.
Yeah, yeah. When I was in testing in preseason and desperately trying to make it work at the beginning, for me, the strike the wingers in the 4-3-3 attack, they look and feel like lazy out of position strikers. They seem like a striker that's just wandered a little further, doesn't quite know where they're playing, doesn't come back and help out. It just felt wrong. Whereas last season, on when they were as narrow, they were like really great strikers, always
Yeah.
bombing in the box. And yeah, I haven't found any formation to get my wingers to work properly yet. Wide midfielders, like you said, but not wingers. I don't know. At the moment, I'm finding more luck playing them out of position as right and left midfielders, and then dropping in
Wow.
stats than as wingers.
That's interesting. I haven't tried that, but yeah, I mean, you're 100% like right. The only 4-3-3 variant that has worked a bit is a 4-3-3-D. Again, that is against specific opponents, not against a 4-1-3-2 or a 4-3-1-2, which is much more meta than a
Mm.
winger oriented setup. So what I'm trying to do is for people who are playing with wingers, those are the only teams I'm planning to set up a winger formation myself, because it has to be part of the rotation. So try to use a 4-3-3-D against a person who's playing a 4-3-3, and just that get that rotation out of the way.
Yeah.
That way you rest your wide mids and your cam, yeah, whatever the rotation is, to ensure you're okay for the following 3 to 4 games. But
Mhm.
yeah, you're right. I mean, the wingers just seem confused with this engine.
Yeah.
They're not attacking. They're definitely not defending. So yeah, just caught in no man's land, which is bad. Because I mean, we got in Godard as one of the main pieces because we saw the wide formations were working really well, and yeah, Kev is having to use him more conservatively
Mm.
than he would.
Maybe second half of the season. Maybe once there's a bit more intel and people have worked out how to get the most out of them, maybe Kev can jump on that. Dan, which 4-1-2-1-2 do you mean? I hate calling it 4-1-2-1. I like calling it 4-4-2 diamond. It's just 4-1-2-1-2. I never remember where I am. 4-1-2-1-2-1-2-1-2-1-2-1-2. That's like 4-4-2 diamond. It's the diamond formation one.
Yeah, I
Because you
think it's
mentioned
the wide formation, the wide variant. Yeah.
Yeah, because you mentioned that as one of the good formations, but I've been playing the narrow this season, mainly because in the top team I don't have the wide midfielders, but I do have a lot of good centre midfielders, and I'm finding it okay. I'm finding it's working okay. Have you tried the narrow version, or it's not worked?
I personally haven't, but I could see Ronan switched out of 4-1-2-1-2 narrow,
Hmm.
and he doesn't do that often. So whatever the gameplay is, the engine is, he's always stuck to 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. I think once before, In the last 5 or 6 seasons, I've seen him switch into a 4-2-2, and that was the only instance up until this season. So I don't think it's working as well as it used to. But Bob has made it work. I think he played, uh, I don't know against who exactly, but he did deploy a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, and that worked really well for him in that one game. I personally haven't tried it with any of the teams, but again, I mean, I'm getting to a point where the stamina levels are dropping for the wide mids, 91, 90s or below. So it has to again go into the rotation piece alongside the wingers as well. So I'll have to pick and choose, hopefully weaker opponents to play against. So there's no or minimal risk of dropping points. There's always risk. I shouldn't say no risk, but at least try to minimize the possibility of losing the game altogether.
Yeah, no, makes sense. I mean, I started the season well, and then it was with the narrow version. And the problem with the cup is it just destroys my confidence sometimes, because it's like, we're not losing, we're winning. This is a very good draw against SLD's strong team. And then 2 defeats in the cup and 1 defeat in the league next to each other completely shake my confidence. And now I'm like, okay, narrow's not working. What do I do? And okay, so that's why I'm asking these questions. I'm thinking, should I play wide even if the players in the wide positions aren't as good? Because also my thought with the narrow version is I'm really enjoying the fullbacks getting forward, and I wonder if it's with the not narrow, will that prevent the forwards being as effective?
So it might. It might. The one thing again that is kind of I was curious about. I still haven't found out the answer as to why. So the difference between 4-1-2-1-2 narrow and the 4-3-1-2 is just the CDM versus CM in the other formation. 4-3-1-2 works really well. So the setup that you're using right now, the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, just try pushing the CDM up, even if he takes a significant hit overall. If he does have decent passing stats, that's all you're concerned about. So make him the center's CM and use the rest of it the same and see how the difference is. For some reason, it seems to be working well for me. The silver team I run, Men in Blue. So I have only 2 center mids there. The third one is a CDM who drops down by 5 or 6 overall rating points when I play him as the center mid. I did do that today in the cup game, and they totally bossed the midfield. So I ended up winning 4-0 against a strong work the space a squad. But had I played 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, I don't think that would have been the case, which again doesn't make sense. There's no logic to it, but unfortunately, that's how. I mean, it's a game and it's a game engine, so yeah, trying to see what works and what doesn't.
A little bit like how we're saying the wingers aren't as effective this engine. Maybe the CDMs also aren't as effective, because last year I had a lot of success with the 4-2-3-1. It was just a really solid formation, really hard to beat, especially if you were keeping possession. And I've wanted that formation to work because I really like it in real life as well. That's like, I like those 2 holding midfielders. I just think it makes you really solid. But that's not working too. So maybe CDMs, there's something going on with CDMs as well as the wingers.
It could be just positional, but again, I mean, when you look at 4-1-3-2, right, with the 1 CDM, that's working really well in this engine as well. 4-1-3-2, 4-1-2-1-2 wide, and 4-3-1-2. If I were to pick 3 formations, these 3 would be my top 3 right now.
Yeah.
It could beat, again, any of the formations if you set it up right.
And here's a little bit of my problem. The reason, and first of all, Zuta just made me laugh with this comment saying, when Sid's on, you go in-depth with tactical analysis. When I'm on, we have a role-play date. I wonder what that says about my skill level. It's my level. We're the same, Zuta. Your skill level is my skill level. But I can't have Sid on and not take advantage of this opportunity. Oh, he's a funny boy, that Zuto. But yes, so the reason why I really want a CDM to work is because a lot of my team are getting a bit old now. But this guy Devo, I did sign him recently, and he had a really nice season last season. So this season my strategy has been okay. He's slightly out of his depth, but if I just give him as much game time as I possibly can, I want him to be 22 years old, my youngest player, progressing nicely, and he's a 69. When he goes into CM, he drops all the way down to a 60, which
Oof. Okay.
is I think why I've resisted the flat three, but it could just be that he doesn't play those games or.
What does his passing stat look like? Passing, undribbling.
It's passing, I think, is better than his dribbling. He's 68 passing, 61 dribbling.
I mean, 68 isn't bad, to be honest. I would definitely give it a go at least. We'll give you another example. I think this got shouted out on Wendirk as well. So Brian, who's running the Amigo squad in Plat this season, so he has a very similar player, interesting profile. So he's primarily a left wing back, 90, I believe, 92 or 93 rated. He drops by 10 rating points as a center mid. He does have center mid as a secondary position. He drops down to 82 or 83, which, when you look at it from a high level, at a Plat level, it is suicidal to run an 82 center midfielder. But he's running him as the center midfielder, CCM, and he's making it work. And the guy is getting very good ratings in each of the games he's played so far. He's very solid. I think he just has shoot less or take less long shots as an individual instruction. So he just doesn't blast it over like at every opportunity he gets. But he's working really well. It's a combination of pace and passing. So overall doesn't seem to matter much. So if your CDM has decent passing stats, which it seems he does, I would definitely give it a go. Try it out in one game or a couple of games. I mean, the worst
today, next game. Let's lock it. Let's lock it in.
When is the next game? The
next game is in an hour, live? So I don't think we'll see it live. Probably for the best. Yeah, maybe this is. So yeah, we'll try it. Same instructions on everyone. I used to have him on low and risky. I think that was it. So I'm happy for him to stay like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't even use low freedom as well. Low freedom, again, it kind of, it seems to work against the players, again, in this engine specifically. With center backs and CDM, I used to have it on those two positions primarily. Took it off the CDMs midway through last season, and it came off the center backs this season as well. With center backs, I believe there was an observation made where they go out to corners or to attack the corners, but when you have the low positional freedom on, you're losing out on that aerial threat. So I took it off, and yeah, it seems to work well. I think I had like one goal come out of the corner, but it's fun watching them going up for corners and attacking those crosses coming in. Again, the cross meta, right? So doesn't hurt to have your like biggest guys out there.
The one area where I'm having some joy with the low freedom is for the strikers. I never did that ever. And I did it in preseason, and then I saw it got mentioned on the Yorkshire Team podcast as well. They were also saying it, and it's something I found in preseason where I was just so frustrated, and I was like, "What can I try? Okay, let's try low freedom." And then it just something clicked. I was like, "Okay, I like this. I like this on the strikers." Stop drifting around.
That was part of the winger setup, I believe, right? Where they were reviewing the 4-3-3 attack.
Yeah.
When I believe Bruce mentioned he had all three of his friend guys on low freedom. Yeah, that seems to be a mixed bag for me. Again, I couldn't find any consistency in terms of outcome. Uh, 5 games played, every game goes one way or another, right? So there's really no repeatability there. But one thing, again, I've done in the previous seasons is when you have a fast striker as opposed to someone who's very low on pace, I set up the low pace striker on low freedom. That way, again, he's just not wandering around and tries to stay closer to goal. Uh, the disadvantage with doing that is if your opponent is playing a very high line, a 70-80% depth, then your low freedom striker is going to be closer to the midway, the middle of the pitch,
Ah,
rather than going closer to the goal. So those fast
yes.
breaks, I don't think you'll make full use of that striker. So it might work against you in against certain opponents. So yeah, if you notice the opponent playing a high line, probably take it off. If
Yeah.
your opponent is sitting deep or even less than 50% depth, again, that is something that could work if the striker has strong physical and low pace. So just trying to
Yeah.
get these attributes mixed up and see what works for a specific type of player.
SLD's not happy with you helping me because we're in the league together. He's in the Stone League with me, and I think that's his main team and my main team. So he doesn't want
Nice.
any more
Where
help.
is he on the table?
He's top. He's top now.
Oh, he's
But
top. Okay.
we drew on the second game of the season, and I expected a defeat, so I put in full 11, rotated 11, and I literally I went just crazy with the tactics. I just went, let me just experiment this. Why not? Really high line, I think I went, and it worked. It frustrated him. Okay, I'm gonna do my really good question now, Sid. This is it. This is the Amreezy moment, right? Based on what we know so far of the engine, if you could only play one formation on all your teams for the rest of the season, which formation would you pick?
Only one formation throughout. I would go with 4-1-3-2.
Ooh, interesting. 4-1-3-2.
4-1-3-2. Um, yeah, I think for the top spot, 4-1-3-2 is actually quite clear for me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, for the second spot, it might be a tie between 4-3-1-2 and 4-1-2-1-2 wide. But yeah, if it was just one, then definitely 4-1-3-2. I've always been a fan of that formation. It didn't work at all in the last like couple of seasons. But this one, it seems to have a mix of everything. You have the wide mids, you have two strikers, you have the CDM in case the opponent has a strong camp formation that he uses. So the
Yeah.
CDM kind of covers that. And with the CM, especially if you have a fast paced CM, and if you could set that position up with a high freedom, then yeah, it could act as an auxiliary 4-1-2-1-2 as well. So 4-1-3-2, I think
Yeah.
for me, I would say like 65% 4-1-3-2, and the rest 17 and a half split between
Mm-hmm.
4-3-1-2 and 4-1-2-1-2 wide.
Okay, and the second part of the question is if for next season you had to pick one formation now, and you can tweak the player instructions, but you can't change the actual formation, and you don't know anything about the engine, how it's going to be, what formation would you pick if you had to pick one now?
That's a toughie.
Yeah, I don't even know
Uh,
how you answer that one, but let's see
yeah,
how we go.
yeah, that is basically setting up for setting up for failure at this point. I mean, knowing what we know with the engine, again, it might just swing all the way back to the wingers being meta, or the narrow formations being meta, right? So
Mm,
it's tough. I mean, if I were to pick one, yeah, that is tough. I would probably go 4-3-3-D in the hopes
okay.
of wingers
Yeah.
working better again, and you still have a decent enough midfield.
Yeah, no. I feel like whenever there's a season chat where there's one thing everyone's complaining about, I feel like the next one, like last year, there was so much red card complaining. This season, it seems like you can everybody on aggressive, and it doesn't seem to be that noticeable. So I'm guessing wingers will be so complained about this season. Next season, you should probably be safe with the wingers again.
Yeah, true.
Or
Kev
like
says
Kev,
pick 4-1-2-1
yeah,
to
like Kev
narrow
says, I like that. I like that because you know, four
because
one two one narrow is officially dead. Now that I've stopped doing it, I can officially announce it's dead, and the new meta is this formation. That's the new meta, everybody. You're welcome.
no, I mean I was surprised to see that the 4-1-2 and 2-1-2 narrow wasn't working at all. I think between Ronan and myself, we should have run. I don't know. I myself, I think, would have initiated at least 200 friendlies, and he probably did around the same number. So let's say 400 to 500 friendlies in total preseason.
Wow.
He couldn't get it to work at all, and that's primarily the reason why he moved into a 4-3-1-2. I think he even switched out his primary CDM. He doesn't have a primary CDM with Meta Mercenaries right now. That's how
Mm.
convinced he was that 4-1-2-1-2 narrow isn't the way to go. So it's, yeah, like Kev said, it is, yeah, completely dead. Uh,
This
Wingers are
this is what
working
this is what I love
fully.
about MFL though. Like we've just spent an hour talking about how wingers aren't working, and someone else at a very high level of the game can have joy with wingers. It's like that's what makes me
David,
think this
you
is the,
gotta,
the best
yeah, you
engine.
gotta tell us how, David. You cannot keep it a secret between you and Bruce.
Yeah, David.
Tell us
I'm
how you
Reezy.
make it work.
I'm Reezy Discord right now. Screenshots of all your tactics and player instructions, please, David. Come on,
Help us
do it,
out.
do it for the community. Sid's trying to win diamond here.
Yeah, I mean, Black Mamba, which is Bruce's team, it's in my silver league as well. And last season was an amazing title race with them. And again, I'll concede my squad was OP. Bruce had a very bronze level squad, and I think he had a 3 point lead all the way up until like the penultimate match day, or maybe the third last match day, when he lost, and then we were tied on points. And the squad he had was just built for 4-3-3-D, and it was
Yeah.
working amazingly well. And I believe he's running 4-3-3-D this time around as well. Haven't played him yet, but I believe he's second on the table.
4-3-3-D. Yep. Interesting. I am seeing more varied formations this season. I feel like across the divisions. I feel like last season was a bit samey, whereas this season I'm seeing all kinds. I think I'm seeing like the biggest variants of formations this season. I think.
Yeah, agreed. And I'm seeing a lot of five at the back setups as well,
Mm,
because the fullbacks are really good. People are running a lot of wing back formations as well. Again, they're like really solid too. Jimbo is going to hate us for saying this, but yeah, five at the back seems more meta
yeah,
than a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow or a 4-3-3 attack. Unfortunately.
David. He'll tune into a Ramble episode. It's good. It's good publicity for the Ramble. Tune into a Ramble episode where David will reveal in a few weeks how he got wingers to work.
Now,
Yeah.
David needs to set up a Patreon so we can all jump in or
Yes.
join the Patreon. We get his tips on how to run 4-3-3-D.
David's tips. Let's do it. And you can
The
always put a
Ramble,
little asterisk saying, well, it works for me, but it might not work for you. And then you're bulletproof.
similar to no financial advice. It's no tactical advice, but this is working for me.
Sid, last time I think you were here, Xabi Alonso had just got sacked. It was like the day you were on. We were like, Xabi Alonso got sacked. Now what happens for Real Madrid? And then, was it yesterday Real Madrid lost to Getafe? Was it yesterday?
Cafe at home. Yeah.
What's happening? Like, is it season over?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I think at least the league is done. So Rodrigo got an ACL injury, an ACL and MCL. apparently, and he's out for the whole of 2026. Unlucky for him, he's going to miss the World Cup as well. Yeah, the team is just lacking leadership, is what I can tell. We let go of Cruz, or he retired rather. Modric left a year later, and I don't think they replaced them uh, in a way that they would like. Uh, if they had gotten in an Enzo Fernandez or Vitinha type of midfielder who can really like control the tempo, uh, that would have been much better with Mbappe and Vinny playing up front. Unfortunately, there is that profile is lacking, and everyone who's playing in the midfield right now, the likes of Jude, Arda, they're more of number 10s who wants to play right behind the strikers in the whole uh, or deep lying like defensive mids like Chouameni or Camavinga. So there's no real like tempo setter or a ball carrying midfielder in the squad right now. And man, the injuries are just
Yeah,
getting ridiculous.
the injuries are. It's one of those years. I feel like clubs have this now and again where just for some reason you just can't get a bit of luck. Everyone is injured, and then when they come back, they get injured quickly after, and they're back out
Yeah,
again. And
yeah. It's just bad luck combined with poor squad planning. I mean, Rodrigo just got back yesterday after 3 weeks, 4 weeks. He
yeah,
played 25 minutes, and out of nowhere, this news comes out today morning saying, hey, he might have an ACL rupture.
oh god,
Then the official confirmation saying, oh, he might miss the whole of 2026. Mbappe is out injured. He hasn't played for a couple of weeks. They're still not sure if he's going to be available against Man City as well for the Champions
oh
League
yeah, they've got
clash.
Man City in the champ. That's going to be tricky as well.
Yeah. I'm part of this Madrid group where people are really frustrated, and one guy sends a text saying, "Man City, just take like a 6-2 and leave us alone. We don't even want to play you this season." That's how bad it has gotten. Yeah, I mean, hoping there is some kind of revamp in the summer, but I do see one or two big players leaving, either Vinicius,
Yeah,
uh, Arda Güler, maybe Camavinga. They definitely need to revamp some of these positions and hopefully get some leadership going. Because, I mean, once you lost Tony Cruz and Luka Modric, yeah, that area seems to be struggling the most.
yeah, but I mean, like you said, that's a really hard two players to replace. Like some of the best midfielders I've seen in the last decade. Um, I was relieved when Enzo Fernandez didn't go as a Chelsea fan. I was like, oh no, he'll be perfect for them. No, don't take him. And he's a real captain figure. He's a real like when the team are losing, you see him. It's more noticeable at Chelsea because there's so many young players that you see. Reece James and Enzo Fernandez are really good like leaders. They're really good at. He'd be so hard to replace.
Yeah, Enzo is amazing. I like both Enzo and Vitinha like equally. I mean, those
Yeah.
are like probably top two are one among the top five midfielders in the world at least right now. But yeah, I mean, Luca and Tony are all timers, right? I mean, when you look at the history of Real Madrid, you could probably put them in the list of top 10 midfielders to have ever played for Real Madrid, and that is saying a lot. But
Mhm.
again, I mean, at least make an effort to replace them, right?
Yeah.
So you cannot just hand over the reins to a 19-year-old or 20-year-old Arda Güler who isn't even the same profile. So it's it's disastrous in terms of squad planning. There is some rumors going on that they will go all out to get Klopp. Hope it happens,
Oh.
and if it happens, hope he's given the keys to building the squad rather than management getting players and dumping it on him, which has been the
Mm.
case over the last like 4 or 5 years since Carlo took over. Uh, yeah, but this season it might be a write off, sadly.
It will be a different manager next season, won't it? Arbeloa is just temporary.
Yeah, yeah, I don't see Arbeloa continuing.
No.
He's lost like 4 games in 12 now. I think there was a comparison between Arbeloa and Xabi. Xabi was in charge for like 30 games, last 5. Arbeloa's last 4 already with less than half the games played. Yeah, I don't think he's going to stay on. The good thing is it is a World Cup year, so hopefully they're able to profile out or figure out some new players to bring in from the World Cup. But yeah, getting the right manager, I think, is key. Either
Yeah.
Klopp or I don't know how close or how soon Zidane is going to sign for France. And if that doesn't happen, I mean, bringing him back might be all right as well.
Yeah, Klopp to me sounds good because it's one of those teams where you just need a manager the players will respect and will be a little bit scared of. Like Zidane has that because he's just a legend, and Klopp has that because he's quite fiery. And I just never saw that with Alonso. It was always he's clearly an intelligent, exciting manager, but are they going to respect him? And Arbeloa, like he just doesn't have the same prestige as Zidane does. So yeah, you either need a really respected star. Like I could weirdly see Ronaldo working, like just because the younger players will look up to him so much, or a Klopp who will not take any nonsense. Like just do this or you're out.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think managing the dressing room is more of a challenge with Real Madrid than the tactical aspect of it. That's why you
Mm,
see whenever they try to get a tactical coach, Lopetegui in the past, right after the Spain fiasco
oh
happened,
yeah.
they appointed Lopetegui. He lasted for 3 months, I guess, 3 to 4 months.
Uh-huh.
He was gone. Jabi, same way. Someone like a Jabi would work out really well for Liverpool
Yeah.
once VVD and Salah get phased out, right? So a squad of young players who will really buy into the manager and follow the manager to the T. But with Real Madrid, I mean, you got stars all over. Got the likes of Jude, Mbappe, Vinicius, all these huge egos. So yeah, I mean, it has to be one with a lot of aura, a Zidane, or one who comes with proper management, proper man management, likes of Klopp or even Mourinho. I mean, Mourinho might be a little outdated, but he might be like a short term solution if they don't find anyone. But yeah, SLD, I think there was a news that came out this morning or yesterday that he's leaving the Red Bull
Oh,
director
is
position.
he?
Yeah,
He
whatever he
might.
holds,
He might be
because there is
Dan.
some,
He might be coming
yeah,
back,
so it
Dan.
might happen. It might happen. So we'll see. Fingers crossed.
I wonder if Zidane takes the France job if Didier Deschamps is a possible Madrid option. Also because he's worked with Mbappe. I'm guessing that that's the number one thing. How do you just please Mbappe, get the most out of him? Because and then everything else falls into place. And maybe the France manager who's used to working with him and seems to get a good performance from France and has a bit of
It could be.
respect as well.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, yeah, though his style of play isn't great, I think he's good with man management as well. And
Yeah,
like you said, I mean, he's gotten the best out of Mbappe. I mean, 2022 World Cup final. I mean, that hat trick just stands
yeah,
out. 2018 as well. I mean, he was just too good. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's all up to Papa Florentino
yeah,
how the direction or what the direction is going to be, and who the targets are going to be in terms of players as well. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely a major revamp needed. On that note, I mean, Vinicius might be headed to Chelsea. I don't know if they
yeah.
do decide to sell.
I mean, obviously, I would love to see Vinicius at Chelsea, but it doesn't seem to fit the style of players that the owners have been buying. Like he seems to be too proven already. They seem to be liking to get the players younger, and then they have the option to sell them for profit. I think Vinicius is already at his probably star peak. I mean, I'd like to see Chelsea change because I think that's a bit of a problem for Chelsea. They need a few more established heads. Um, But yeah,
But at some point, I mean, you have to look into profiles who can win you trophies, though, right? I mean,
yeah,
you probably have a very good base set with these youngsters coming through. But yeah, if you can get someone, and again, these opportunities doesn't open up every day, right? It's once every 3 4 years when such a star becomes available. So just go all in for him and see what he could do in the Champions League, I guess. I think again, the likes of Man United, Chelsea, uh, I do see that move happening if Real Madrid, if he doesn't renew, so he'll have 1 year of his contract left when
yeah.
it comes to 2026 summer. So if he doesn't renew by then, I think they'll definitely open up a potential sale for him. So we'll see.
I also like the Manchester United thing. I can see more because I'm also quite pessimistic about Chelsea making the Champions League next year. I don't know if they're going to finish in the top four, but Man United are looking good. They might get top four, and if they have Champions League football and Chelsea don't, that's going to be a huge thing for Vinicius. Someone like Vinicius, he doesn't want to play in the Europa League for a season, so
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, it is top five for the Premier League this season,
Yeah,
right?
top five. Yeah,
But Chelsea has a string of tough fixtures coming up, though,
yeah.
compared to United.
Yeah, no, I think Chelsea need other teams to drop out now, like Liverpool or Villa or Newcastle. I think Man United look very good, and they don't have any European football. Manchester United, they're just focusing on the Premier League, and that's kind of
Other
scary.
games. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. One game every week is coming in really handy at this like business end of the season, because others
definitely.
have to deal with injuries, rotation. With United, can play the same front three,
Yeah,
Bruno Fernandes behind them every game. No need for rotation, and yeah, they're playing really well.
yeah.
Mbumo, Cunha, and Sesko, I think, just started after scoring off the bench for 3 4 games straight. So he started last game. So they're gelling together, and Carrick's making them tick. They're not playing well, but they're grinding
Mm,
results.
yeah. Sid, it's been a pleasure, as always, as we knew it would be, as we had no doubts about this one. Um, do you want to promote anything, push anything? You got a book coming out, anything like that?
Yeah, hopefully a biography soon. No, just kidding. I mean, for anyone and everyone who's here and who's watching this later, please hit the like and subscribe button. Follow Amreezy for more goated content. That being said, when is the next documentary coming out?
Well, it's this season, but I'm thinking of doing it in 2 parts this year. Usually, recently they've been in 3 parts, so I'm thinking of doing them because people always say they want them longer, they want a bit longer. So I think if I do them in
Hmm.
2 parts, one in the mid-season break will come out, and then one comes out straight after the season ends. That's how I'm thinking of doing it this season. So about a week or 2 weeks.
Nice, awesome. Looking
So
forward to
quick,
that.
so quick. In
Yeah,
my head, I'm like, I've got ages. I don't have to get this out till the mid-season break, but that's like soon.
one week out. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
we're through like with today's game. I think we'll be more than halfway there.
Mm,
Today's game six. So yeah, it's yeah, time just flies by right after the season starts.
amen, Ricky. 10 out of 10 guest.
Oh,
Sid,
thanks.
good luck. Good luck for the season. I want you to win Diamond. I want you to win it. Because if you win it, I'll claim that this was the reason why you won it. I'll make a highlight clip and go, oh, I inspired him. I gave him the belief.
Yeah, the tactical like brainstorming session we had
Yeah.
was definitely the driving force.
Hang on, why is he
But
saying
yeah,
narrow?
hoping, hoping to run it close at least. Take it till the last 2 match days or the last match day, even make it exciting. Whatever happens from there happens. But I I just don't want it to be like last season when at the
Yeah.
midway point everyone knew Ronan was winning it, right? I think he had a 10-1-0 record after 11 games. So he was
Yeah.
sitting on like 33, 34 points. So hopefully that doesn't happen.
We won it
Bob,
like the year before
let's
that when it went to the final day of the season. That's what we want.
Yes, yes.
Give
And
Jimbo
hopefully-
some juicy content.
Oh, yes, yes, on the watch along, absolutely. Yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully things work out and start grinding some results from now on. And we'll see within the next what 2.5, 3 weeks where we land.
Exciting. And speaking of Jimbo, tomorrow the guests will be Jimbo and Mr. K. 2 guests coming tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And there'll be a Sorrow stream on Thursday. Sid, thank you, mate. Everybody, good luck with your rest of your seasons. We'll see you next time. Peace.